Hello students, in this video we are going to talk about interest. The word interest means how much is paid for the use of money as a percent or an amount. People always find use for money, so it costs to borrow money. Like, how much do you think does it cost to borrow money? Different places charge different amount at different times, but they usually charge the way as a percent. As a percent per year of the amount borrowed, and that is called interest. For example, you borrow from a bank $1,000, and the bank is saying to you that, oh, you are going to pay interest over the money that you borrow, and the interest is 10%. So to borrow $1,000 for a year will cost you $1,000 times 10%. Remember, 10% is 10 over 100, which one turns to be $100. In this case, the interest is $100, and the interest rate is 10%. But people often say 10% interest without saying the word rate. Of course, you have to pay back the original $1,000 after 1 year. So this is what happened. You take from the bank $1,000, but you have to return to the bank $1,000 plus the interest, that in this case is $100, that the bank charge you. So you have to return to the bank $1,100. This is the idea of interest, paying for the use of the money. Now, what's going on? There are special words used when you borrow money, and we say we are the borrower and the bank is the lender. The principal of the loan is $1,000, and the interest that you're going to pay in this case is $100. Now, sometimes you want to borrow money more than 1 year. Assume you want to borrow money for 2 years. Now, if the bank charges you simple interest, you just pay another 10% for the extra year. So you paid $100 for the first year, and you're going to pay $100 more. So I'm talking about simple interest. So one more time. On the simple interest, you took the loan, $1,000, and you paid $100 for the first year, plus $100 for the second year. So each year you pay a constant interest. Okay? So it's going to be after 2 years, it's going to be $1,200. And that's called simple, because you pay the same amount every time, and that amount is constant. And this is one case, but think about that. You have to pay back to the bank after the year what you got, $1,000, plus the interest, $1,100. So the bank is going to think and say, oh, I want you to get the interest now, not only over $1,000, but over $1,100. So the bank said, oh, I should get more interest from this person that got my money. And that is called compound interest. So this is the goal of this lesson, to explain you the compound interest. So what's going to happen now? So the first loan you took is $1,000, and after a year it's going to be $1,100. Now, over $1,100, you are going to add 10% of that, which one is $110. So after the second year, your loan is going to be $1,210. And you keep adding interest over the $1,210. So the bank, in this case, is taking more money than before. Before, the bank was just taking $200 300 because it was taking constantly the same amount, 100, 100, 100. Now the bank is getting interest over the interest that you took. So this is called compound. To calculate compound interest, we have to work out the interest for the first period, add it on, and then calculate the interest for the next period. And we move on like that. And compound interest can work for you. Investment is when you put money where it can grow, such as a bank or a business. If you invest your money to good interest rate, it can grow very, very fast and very nicely. And the curve is very nice because you get money over the interest that you pay. So how can we create a formula for that? So in the beginning you had 1,000, and after you added plus 1,000 times the interest that you pay, 10 over 100, which one means 0.01 times 1,000. So if here you find the GCF, which one is 1,000, okay, and bring the GCF out, here it's left 1 plus the R, and R is the interest rate. And you are going to repeat that for many years, so to the power of n, depends how many years you are going to use that. So 1 plus R is called growth factor, and as you know, it's equal B. And when you have 1 minus R, it's called decay factor, and again, this represents the B. So in this video, I showed you the difference between simple interest and compound interest, and I showed you that the compound interest money increases much faster over the simple interest money because it's interest over the money that you get every year. Thank you.